Let's take a look at some of the alternatives to Twitter. I suggest making a backup plan in case something happens with Twitter. I'm not saying something definitely will, but the signs keep pointing in that direction. No one should act surprised if Twitter just starts falling apart or if it completely disappears. You should plan for the future. And this was a tweet from Elon responding to somebody about the App Store. And it's a laughable attempt to get people to jump platforms failed, so they go back to the tried and true. I love it when people use that pronoun they or them. There's always this mysterious they or them. This is messed up, says Elon. I don't even know what he's talking about. Maybe he knows something that we don't. I know that the VP of the App Store, he closed his account on Twitter. That's all I know. I'm not saying, I'm not saying Apple's gonna lock them out, but why should you act surprised? Seriously, why would you act surprised? The guy pretty much got rid of all moderation and is inviting back all the people that they got rid of because of moderation. So, of course, Apple's going to look into this. Of course they will. Don't act stupid. Okay, everything I'm going to say about the alternative social media platforms is from my experience. I'm not acting as an expert or the arbiter of truth. This is my experience. So let's get these out of the way. Getter, right off the top, this is the MAGA platform. It's very similar to Truth Social in that it's driven by a lot of the same people. The difference is, I'm guessing that Getter at some point will break off into the MAGA platform that will adopt like DeSantis as their god, and Truth Social will continue to have Donnie Trump as the one and only true god. That's probably what's going to happen. So if you're a MAGA person that can go and that can switch leadership, Getter's the place for you. If you're a Donnie Trump true believer, then obviously Truth Social is the place for you. Tribble is another new social media platform. It's run by the same guys that run this political organization, Occupy Democrats. To me, that's a disqualifier. I don't care how much I agree with their political viewpoints. I don't want to be on any platform that's run by people that run a political organization. But that may be fine for you. Maybe you like that. That's totally cool. They have been using their platform on Twitter to run these types of propaganda tweets. I mean, that's fine. If you're fine with that, great. I don't dig it, especially this one. This one here, though, really bothers me. Unconfirmed rumors are now swirling on Twitter that Elon Musk and Devin Nunes are in talks to merge Twitter with Trump's Truth Social to create an ultra MAGA Twitter. If that happens, join them. Just utter bullshit. I mean, come on, that's not cool at all. But the site itself, it's really clean. I know they heavily moderate it, which again for me is not my ideal world. I do want moderation. I don't want heavy moderation. The problem with Tribble that I've noticed is there's just not. You need content. You need the right kind of people and a lot of people to bring the kind of content to get anywhere near to what Twitter has. And Tribble doesn't have any of that. They don't have any of the people I follow. They don't have any of the things I'm interested in. At least it's not just a meme site anymore. When I was trying it out a couple weeks back, it was just people posting memes about how angry they were at Musk and Donald Trump. Take a look at it. It does have a selling point in being super clean, but I don't like it. Another strange thing about Tribble is when you go to post to make what would be a tweet, you have to select the target audience you want the tweet to go to. I don't get it. I don't like it. Counter Social is what I would call an orphan from Mastodon. It's running on Mastodon software. It's ran by a guy that he even refers to himself as a hacker. I don't really care what his background is. I just want to know how good the site is. I kind of like this thing. I like this thing, that comes from Mastodon, is being able to like split feeds so that you can have like a local feed and a feed organized by some other qualities. To me, I like that type of interface that you can change around. But again, the problem with Counter Social is the same as it is with Tribble. They're just there's more and more people are going to both of them, but there's not a consensus audience. There's not the journalists and newspapers and artists and high profile social people. They just haven't adopted it yet. They don't really have any of it. So, I like the interface, but this isn't the one yet either. Okay, so Mastodon is the network from which Counter Social split off. So that's just one little piece of this gigantic infrastructure, all these interconnected servers. There's literally thousands of servers, and they're all connected together. And they interact with each other in different ways. To me, this is like incredibly interesting. To some people, they might find this just too confusing to even think about. But this is a site where you can go pick a server that you want to be on from different options, just so you can see all the different types of servers. There's here it's by uptime and grading. That's one way of looking at it. I'm going to pull up the simple way to find your server from Mastodon. So it's an interconnection of a bunch of servers, and they're federated so that you can either just look at your local feed or you can look at the gigantic feed of all the different servers. This is an easier way to find the server that might appeal to you. I want you to notice now, though, a lot of these servers are saying to apply instead of just create an account. That's because they are getting overwhelmed by applicants. There's just too many people. There has been too many people for the servers to keep up with. So let's see what that looks like in application. Here's my page that I created a couple weeks back. I really do like this site. I like it a lot. There's different ways. So I have just one feed here. There's my home feed, which would be my local server and the people that I follow. And there's a good amount. I found about 25% of the people and organizations that I follow on Twitter. So that's a pretty good start. What's this? Oh, the local feed. So this is just from my local server. And the content's good. The people are good. The moderation on my server is really good. It's just exactly what I want. There'll still be some edgy things in there, but there's no like racism or any of that kind of bullshit. All these types of feeds work really well. Their connections to YouTube or any external sources, they all work really well. Let's see now if I click on Federate, this is a feed to all the servers. It'll just start going crazy. What you got to do when you click on something like this is just get to the top and then scroll down so you can see all the stuff that has happened already instead of sitting on the cusp and waiting for new things to happen. Preferences, your ability to change the appearance is really nice. All the preferences are extensive, a lot like Twitter's. I'm going to change it here to putting a couple panes up so you can see what it looks like when you have a couple feeds at the same time. So it's my home feed, and I'm going to switch this pane to something different, to the federated one. See, this look really appeals to me, and as long as I have like this interface for me is ideal. I like this. You might not like this, and you don't have to do it. The only important thing to me, the only important thing is having the content, and having the interface work the way I like is gravy at that point. I mean, the interface could be awful, and I would still use it if it had all the content that I want. These Mastodon servers do not have all the content that I would want yet, but they are head and shoulders above the other ones right now. They have a lot of the people that I've followed and a lot of the organizations I've followed. So that's a major plus for me. If you do decide that this appeals to you, you can use an add-on like this, Fedi Finder, it'll go search all of your contacts, excuse me, to see who has already put into their bio that they are on Mastodon. And this will it'll search their bio to see if they haven't, and then give you the opportunity to follow them. I will tell you one weird thing that I've noticed, and other people have mentioned this too. When it comes to like clicking external links like this from any place, sometimes instead of opening up the application that you have open, it'll open up another window and you won't be signed in to Mastodon, or it won't appear that you are, and you're like, what the hell's going on here? So when this happens, when you click on something and it takes you to their source, but you're not on Mastodon any longer, then what you need to do is copy the link that you're trying to find and paste that into your active window. Like to follow her, I need to copy her address right there and then go to my active Mastodon window and paste it. Mastodon is clearly the place for me, and I say this with one major caveat. If Post gets its shit together, this is going to end up being the place to go. I've seen a bunch of journalists and authors saying this is where they're going to go, and it's obvious why they want to go there is because they can really monetize very effectively what it is that they sell. If all the journalists and authors go there, then all the world leaders and politicians will go there. And if all those go there, then all the major public figures and social influencers will go there, and it will be case closed. This will be the place. This is what Post is selling. Write posts of any length and share them broadly. Buy individual articles from different premium news providers. That is a big deal, and that was a really good idea. Read content from various sources. Tip creators. Again, a very big deal, super huge deal. And I'm saying all this sight unseen. I haven't even seen this place yet. And this is why. I'm number 101,455 in the queue to even get in. And here they are encouraging you to invite 5 more people to come sit with you in the queue. I mean, I can't wait to take a look at it and see what it's all about. The journalists that have commented on it said they really like it. So I don't know. I mean, this could be a couple months off before we really know how strong this site is, but this is looking like it might beat out Mastodon. As it is right now, Mastodon is the one.